How's it going, guys? All right, welcome back to another one. Well, unfortunately, there is not enough time for me to record on the secondary new account, so we'll just stick to the main one. All right, the solo raid is literally over, anyways. I don't know what the next one is gonna be, but I'll find out. I don't. But I hope everyone is doing well. Let's try to take down boss Multiverse the Flash. So he wasn't able to kill me in one tag in. As you can see, I only went with 2 characters for this fight because it's a chaos tagging fight, and you only really need 1 character to stay alive. I mean, at least at this stage of your account. If you're playing in normal mode, that's where it kind of gets tricky because you don't have this artifacts, and I can go a step further and say you probably don't have the characters for a chaos tagging fight. So it kind of proves my point when I say that the normal mode is harder than the heroic mode, because by the time you get to the heroic mode, you are presented by artifacts that's going to make your life a lot easier. Hey, there is no way you're going to be playing normal mode and you have Beast Boy with puppets of Zatanna, except if you paid for it. You know what I mean? So when I fought this guy in the normal mode, he was a nightmare to deal with. But just look at this. Straight up pinned him to the corner, and I'm just scratching him with Beast Boy until he gives up. So, if you're playing normal mode, my hat's off to you. You are giving your best. When you get to heroic mode, it gets easier, and then that's when the game starts to lose its taste. I mean, you have fun for a while, okay? But it's still enjoyable all around. I'm just saying, normal mode is way more enjoyable than heroic mode. Anyone can argue with me, but it is what it is. Because the point of a game is for you to actually try to, this ain't trying, man. But it's still fun. It's still fun to watch. It's still fun to play, but it's really not trying. So we are gonna kill the boss with a lot of time left. 48 seconds. It could have been sooner, but I don't have any support characters, so I took my time with it. Let's move on to the next one and see who is it gonna be. Okay, so yesterday I cut this man's health in half. I mean more than half. But as a support character, I used Multiverse the Flash instead of Justice League the Flash. So what I want to do today is see the difference and then know who to go with. Because popular opinion suggests that the best support character for the Mortal Kombat team is actually Justice League the Flash. But when I gave Multiverse the Flash a try, we did more damage than we normally do. So let's see if that was a one-time thing, or or if it's the way to go. So we're going to try to get Scorpion killed, and this is where it gets tricky. All right, that's beautiful. This is where it gets tricky. I don't have the Nora Snow Globe on me because this man is a tier 2 boss. He doesn't have enough damage to kill me straight away. So we took away the Nora Snow Globe and we're just going with the so I'm in the corner and he's gonna kill me on top of the Scorpion Hazard, and you just had to tag in Justice League the Flash and waste more time. Oh boy. See, this is what happens when you don't choose who to tag in. With the Nora Snow Globe, at least I can choose who to tag in. Wait, yeah. This is another thing with this boss. He can hit you from a distance. Look, man. And then when he does that, he just somersaults back, so you don't have a reach on him. I hate fighting Multiverse Green Arrow, buddy. But we have him in the corner now, and he's just gonna be a good boy and sit there and just take the damage. So some people might be wondering, can you still trigger the Scorpion bug without the Nora Snow Globe? Of course you can. If you're in your normal mode playing and you have raiding and you're lucky enough to get Scorpion, yeah, you can still trigger it. Man, if I find myself in a situation like that, oh my goodness. But it's hard because you have to get killed while the enemy is sitting on the hazard. If not, then the whole thing is just not gonna work. But if you finally do, yeah, you are gonna straight up one-shot that boss. In normal mode, oh yeah, definitely. Scorpion raiding will be insane in normal mode. Just as Scorpion with just as Raven with raiding would also be insane in normal mode. I wasn't that lucky, to experience that, but with the new accounts, you just never know. Oh, this is looking bad. He shouldn't have this much health at this stage of the fight. I think maybe, did I waste time? I think I wasted time when he just was being straight up annoying. But no. Yeah, this went horribly wrong. Man, we did way more than this yesterday with Multiverse the Flash. I can't really tell if it was my fault because of the gameplay, or if it was because I swapped out for Justice League the Flash. But either way, I cleared him off screen and it's okay. Let's move on to the mythic Wonder Woman fight. One of the most beloved characters in DC, Wonder Woman. I just love the character, One thing I can say that DC female characters do very well compared to the female is that they're not antagonistic. They don't talk down on anyone. They don't try to be like this girl boss kind of bullcrap. I mean, they kind of overstepped the boundaries when they went crazy with the Birds of Prey. I don't know what they was trying to do with Harley Quinn, but that movie flopped like a nightmare, Anyways, I love the Wonder Woman film because you can see she was a real woman. She had all her feminine charms, and yet she was a badass, a demigod for that matter. Being a demigod with all that power still didn't take away the fact that she's still a woman and she needs to be girly. That's something you don't see in movies nowadays, but I digress. We have level 6 God Killer on Batwoman the Drowned, level 6 Puppets of Zatanna on Robin King, and then level 1 Puppets of Zatanna on John Stewart Green Lantern. For all of that for passive stats. So it's enough to deal with this. So if you're able to unlock Robin King in your normal mode, obviously you're not going to have Puppets of Zatanna. So you can't spam specials and disable the enemy specials, put a blind on the enemy and all of that. You can't do that, but every time you do a special, you inflict a victim debuff. With the victim debuff on the enemy, if there's a character that you're fighting and the character is crit resistance or lethal resistance or whatever, even immunity, Robin King removes all of that. That is what the Maniac Appetite does. That Maniac Appetite on the screen, that's what it's about. So it makes your Batwoman the Drowned do more damage. You can use this team in the normal mode, except you can't spam specials with Robin King. It's still effective, so you gotta be careful to watch out for the enemy. Alright, so that's Mythic Wonder Woman down. I'm gonna check the rewards off screen. I mean, it's a 4-star character. Ain't nobody, at this stage of my account, I'm not excited about that. And it was Enraged Bane. I didn't show it, but it was Enraged Bane. Actually, can you imagine I've been going through all these solo raid and I didn't drop a single solo raid artifact? At this point, I don't even care about the characters. Give me a solo raid artifact. How are you going to be stingy with characters and also be stingy with the artifacts? That just doesn't make any sense, bro. But it is what it is. We will take down boss Master Thief Catwoman with King of Atlantis Aquaman and Silver Dr. Fate. So this woman has 1.9 billion health. Let's see if we can one-shot. I'm pretty confident we will. So the setup is like this. I'm gonna try to get Raven in the main account, in the new account. By the way, the setup goes like this. You get Raven, right? You have Silver Dr. Fate or Power Girl, but I go Silver Dr. Fate because of the defense reduction he gives, the enemy. And luckily for me, my King of Atlantis Aquaman is at 14 stars, which means every time I use a special, I get 6 seconds of unhittable. That comes in handy a lot for whenever the enemy wants to be annoying. And then you slap the twin blade on King of Atlantis Aquaman, and then you go to his talents and put chances of armor pierce. If you're lucky enough, you get the epic talents. 2 epic talents or 3 epic talents is enough, but I have 2 because I have a level 5 chance to armor pierce. Everything has to total up to more than 100, close to or more than 100%. And that is the setup for this. I almost lost Darkness, but that's okay. She's blinded, which makes for a good time. Had to pop the special one, get the unhittable chance. She blocked, but that doesn't matter. I'm unhittable. And before that expires, I hit with a special 3. I'm unhittable again. Wonderful gameplay. So we have 50-something seconds to eliminate the rest of her health. I think we can do this. Alright, so do you see the values on the armor pierce hits? I get 14 mil, 11 mil on the armor pierce hits. And not to mention the crits and the lethals, there's all up in there. Okay, luckily for us, she did the special 2 instead of special 1. Doesn't really matter. 24 seconds. Let's go. We can do it. The third special is not critting all that much. That's bad. Okay, so the special disabled. Good. Come on. All right, we killed her with 5 seconds left. I knew we could. We pulled it off. Okay, we pulled it off with less than enough passive stats. I mean, I don't pay for nothing. I go as the game. I play with the cards that I'm dealt with, and that's the best way to have fun in the game. See, most people think it's about an ego trip to see who's gonna do the most damage, bro. If you're doing that, you're playing the game all wrong. If you're not having fun while playing the game, you're doing something wrong. Take it from me. It's not about who has the most threat. It's not about who has the most characters. It's not about who has the most damage. It's about enjoying the game and having a good time. And I'm not having a good time right now. I'm fighting Red Hood. Okay, his specials are disabled. He's gonna stop being annoying. I didn't get any free special from Zatanna, so I had to tag in EPI, get some more powers. Alright, we activated infinite power. Now let's keep it, and then by all means push Red Hood all the way to the corner so he will stop moving around like that. Let's make sure we get all our damage buffs. Okay, we got max defense reduction. We did all the percentage health damage, and then it's all entangling poison ivy from here. Normally this is supposed to be a one-shot, and we just lost infinite power. That's bad. He's gonna do his super move and then move me away from the corner. His crit resistance, so every time I'm not sitting on the dark metal cards, I'm not really doing much. Oh, he backed off into a jump attack and then did a special. Yeah. The AI is just so stupid like that. Unbelievable, man. It's like they can't think of a better way to evade your attacks, and then they cheat. They cheat because it's not a function. It's not a command. Okay, so he put the thing on the ground. He's just gonna keep spamming special 2s now and keep dropping the stuff on the ground. Unbelievable. Well, we was in a very comfort position up until now. He's in the corner now. Okay, good. But yeah, like I was saying, the enemy cheats a lot. This is the way it works with programming. Because I did a bit of computer programming back in the day. During my time in the university. The computers, they work on the program that is designed to. I don't know the person that designed this game, if they actually gave the AI the ability to back off into a jump attack, because you can't. If you try that, you can't do it. So why is it a thing that only the AI can do and the players cannot do? What kind of game design is that? I can't believe we didn't kill Red Hood. With this powerful team, it wasn't enough to defeat Red Hood, all because of the useless AI. Alright, it is what it is. Let's try to see if this team actually works. Blue Beetle with Killer Frost and classic Wonder Woman. Now Killer Frost is a character that is really good, but I think she was made to be like a damage dealer. I don't know, damage dealer support character. I'm not really sure. So I did the bold choice of going with Zatanna's puppet on Blue Beetle. So the idea is actually I want to activate puppet. So every time the enemy unfreezes, I can bypass the block. Because believe it or not, when you freeze the enemy with Killer Frost, most of the time they get unfrozen while blocking. It hasn't been happening much in this fight anyways, but I had to test this out. Okay, look, my setup is not perfect. The next time I probably do this, I will perform better. But I'm just testing it out, okay? It makes for a very, very good gameplay because I can get all the buffs. Look, I got I did the special 3. Look, I did the special 3. I did the special 2, and the enemy gets frozen, and I get to hit the enemy as I want until the enemy starts randomly blocking. And on top of that, anytime the enemy is frozen, I get damage increment, which is something that I have been looking for a way to do with my Blue Beetle for a while now. So Killer Frost has presented me with the answer to that, but I still don't have the artifacts, bro. I went with Puppets as Zatanna on Blue Beetle. That was a dumb choice because I should have just gone with Dark Metal cards. This dude is crit resistance, and I forgot about that. Okay. Like I said, I was only just testing things out. I didn't really think too much about it, okay? Freaking shot in the dark here. I don't know, bro. I don't know, guys. Have you noticed anything weird going on in the game? The game hasn't been updated in a while. And when it comes to programs and computer programs, if you don't update your app in a while, it starts to malfunction in little subtle ways, in ways that you would not normally notice. But it starts to malfunction. But this is a game that everybody plays, and it's hard to ignore every single detail of it. There's this glitch that happens time to time at the start of every fight. I don't know if anybody has noticed that. And also, the enemy can just randomly jump while you are hitting the enemy. Instead of staggering, how are you going to be able to jump while I'm hitting you? It's a bug, bro. So I can't really wait for the 12th of May, not only for Classic Flash, but for the updates. So, they can correct some of the mistakes. Yo, we actually wound up doing less damage than we normally would. Yeah, my setup was horrible. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't be a dick. Subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it, alright? See you in the next one.